I want to thank first speaker, Mr. Samuel, and immediate past speaker, and even our mommy too. Our mommy explained to us the whole reason why this particular meeting, this particular organization was formed. And our dear sister, our beloved facilitator, the recent speaker, mentioned certain things to us, certain technological approaches to produce crops, and especially the organic way of producing crop. I work with Big Back Farms Limited. By God's grace, I'm the CEO of Big Back Farms Limited, and our goal, the whole aim of Big Back Farms Limited, our motto is to, as in, our goal is to provide solution, agricultural solution to farmers. That's the whole reason why we exist. We exist to provide agricultural solution to farmers, solving their problem through smart and technological means, and using approaches that actually reduces inorganic agriculture in the society to produce more of organic crops and livestock in order to increase healthy living. That's our main solution, our main listen, motto, our main aim, our main vision, to provide agricultural solutions to farmers, solving their problem through smart and smart those through the use of smart agricultural tools and technologies, and bringing approaches that help to produce crops and livestock in organic way to make healthy living for the society generally and for the farmer. My topic is introduction to hydroponic farming. Before I go into the topic fully, I want to quickly take from where our speakers has mentioned. Unfortunately, because of the traffic, I came in very late, and so, but I met the part where our first speaker was talking about the aspect of the seeds, and then the various things that we can do to raise money for ourselves and make food available for ourselves. And our second speaker also mentioned the how we can produce things, how we can culture our soil, how we can prepare our soil perfectly using organic means, feeding our soil properly so it can give us good results. I want to talk briefly first about urban farming. Like mommy said, like almost, let's say, 90% of us or 80% of us here are in the urban environment. Most of the time, we don't have enough space to produce what we want to produce. So, what do we do to maximize our environment? I was training some students today, and I asked somebody, I asked a question, a rhetorical question. It's rhetorical, but I asked a question, basically, a soul searching question, that if you are sent to an environment where you are just in a compound and you don't have land, you don't have anything, what will you do to produce money and food for yourself? And they answered their they gave their various answers. And so, and that's some of the things I actually want to talk to us again here. If you are in an environment where there is no land, or you have less than a plot, or half a plot, or one third of a plot, or in your compound, there is not much space for you to produce some things, what could you do? Some of the practical things for us to do, as necessary as it is for us to do this mini of urban farming. Urban farming is using clean processes, clean processes, and a minimal ways to produce crop and livestock generally, in order to reduce nuisance in the environment, produce what you can actually manage and what can serve you and your family especially, and few neighbors around. Urban farming has been something that people generally do in order to solve the food wahala. Okay, the food problem in the house. I Some women met me and they were like, okay, they want to grow poultry in their house. They want to grow fish. They want pepper. They want onion. They want this and that, and they don't have space. So what should we do? We should get other means of production to ensure that these things are produced with ease, no smell, and all of those things. We went to different kind of farming, sack farming, container farming, like our recent speaker just mentioned, sack farming, container farming, preparing the soil properly to ensure that within the little space, we can maximize that space to get what we want, what can actually serve our kitchen. And I mentioned to you, and I must say that if you can solve the problem of your kitchen by yourself without buying things from outside, you have solved more than half of the family problem. Because food problem is one thing that is very, very essential, very, very cardinal, as a matter of fact, for anybody, to pay attention to. If you can solve your food problem, shelter and clothing will not take much of your income, like that of the food. So, one major way to solve this problem is to go into urban farming. And urban farming is basically using clean and simple method to grow food for yourself, for your family, and for the people around you. That's now for business. It's also known as subsistence farming, small scale farming. Okay. And amidst all of this small scale farming, what's it called, subsistence farming, yes, we have mentioned to us that one practical way we can do this thing is to use sack farming. Sack farming is one way to actually solve food problem in your environment. With sack farming, with container farming, with mini paddock farming, with what's it called, side home garden, you can do some many things that can actually solve your pepper need, your vegetable needs, your fruits need. Yes, fruits. I just came back from somewhere. I went to plant some fruits today. Some wonderful fruits that are within 6 months, 8 months, producing results. All of these things is a way to solve fruit problem, vegetable problem, and all of those mini kitchen problem beyond the normal what's it called, mini farming. We want to now go into this urban what's it called, okay, urban farming. In the urban farming, amidst the urban farming, we know this home garden, yes. We know the stack farming, yes. We know the container farming. We know all the small ways to produce food for yourself. But some persons still don't have the space to um, produce a lot. Okay, and that's what where we now come into this hydroponic system. I will drop some few pictures in our platform so that we could just see some pictures of what hydroponic system is all about. Basically, hydroponic system is a type of farming where you use only water to produce your food, your plants, your crops. Is a way that you use only water solution, okay, to produce your crop. Hydroponic farming is a method of planting without any soil, okay, without the use of soil. Is a water-based production using water and the minerals, water mineral, the nutrients, dissolving your nutrients into a water solution, okay. And some of the key benefits of hydroponic farming is that it helps to reduce the usage of water generally, because hydroponic farming is a system where, from the pictures I'll send to us in our platform, is a way of using just maybe 2 liters of water 3 liters of water to produce a vegetable that can serve your family. Like I mentioned, it's a way of using nutrient based solution to produce your farming. Like our last speaker said, you use organic nutrients, okay, to produce vegetables in the soil, basically. But uh, hydroponic system is eliminating soil completely. We call it soilless farming. And one major things, some of the things that you actually will benefit from hydroponic farming is that it helps to you help you to maximize your water use. It helps you to maximize your water. If you have a bucket of water, that is a 25 liter of water, or let's say 10 liter of water, you can produce crop effectively, effectively. And another thing again is that because of the use of the water and supplying all the solution that you need inside the water, it now hasten the plant's production cycle. The plant grow faster because one of the challenge about crops generally in the soil is that sometimes the water level is not does not reach the root system of the plants, thereby leading to plant wilting or plant dehydration and all of those things, making the productivity rate of the plant, the growth rate of the plant to be retarded, to reduce. So using hydroponic system helps you to supply water constantly, consistently to the roots of the plant, and you also help individuals, every individual to easily get any crop they want to produce. It also helps to increase the yield density, the density of the yield, the productivity of the crop. Mind you, the kind of crops that really grow with hydroponic system are more vegetable crops. Okay, vegetable crop basically are the kind of crop that produces with that grows in hydroponic system. Vegetable crops like celery, like lettuce, like ugu, yes, like cucumber, like pepper, like different kind of pepper, bell pepper, habanero pepper, chili pepper. All of those pepper can grow because pepper is classified as fruit vegetable. Okay, they are fruit vegetables. Cucumber is classified under fruit vegetable. Carrot is classified under tuber vegetables. Okay, they are vegetable crop, but they are tuber. You understand? So basically, hydroponic system is a system where you supply nutrient-based solution directly to the root of the plant, thereby fastening the growth of the plant, increasing the efficiency of the plant, and increasing the efficiency of the water usage, and increasing the yield of the plants. So plants, they just naturally absorb the water, the nutrient they need from the water directly from their roots. They don't need to uh, uh, go through the porosity of the soil. They don't need to go through the aeration of the soil. Here, anything about soil is done away with completely. Okay. So how does hydroponic system work? How it works? One thing is that, like I mentioned, hydroponic system is a soilless growth. Soilless growth at the elimination of soil completely. Roots of plants are suspended directly in liquid, directly in the liquid solution, and they are supported by inserting mediums like perlite, gravels, or cocoa pits, cocoa coils, like coconut pits. Coconut pits are the shrubs from the coconut bark. Okay, those shrubs when they are beaten together, is called cocoa pit. It's actually supplying nutrients, a lot of nutrients to crop generally, especially to the nursery crop and vegetable crop. Supplies nutrients to the crop. So you can either use um, concrete, concrete, granite. You can use gravels. You can use spellite. I can also decide to use coconut coils, coconut pits. Okay, and like I mentioned too, one of the main way it works is that nutrients are supplied directly to the plants. Essential minerals like the nitrogen we need, the phosphorus, the potassium, those major nutrients, and then the micronutrients also, they are supplied directly to the plant. They are dissolved into the water, allowing the roots to absorb the food immediately without searching through the soil. That's one way it works. And one other way it works is that the environment of the plant generally is controlled. So they grow more in a controlled environment, often managed indoors. So most of them you can just grow them indoors, okay, or in a greenhouse, or even in a regular lighted environment, okay, with a good temperature, with a good pH system. That is actually how uh, it grows. The pH of the soil, the pH is phenolphthalein. The measurement of the phenolphthalein of the water is, it's as in the pH is in check, constant check, so that the acidity is not over, or the alkalinity of the soil is not over, just to put it in check according to the base of the plant's need requirements. Okay, and some of the main benefits of uh, hydroponic system, like I mentioned before, is that number one, it saves water. Uses of up to 90% less water because of the system continuous recycle moisture. When you plant a vegetable in a water soluble nutrient, you discover that the water that was supposed to, on a norm, if you pour water on a soil, over time the water seeps off from the pots, or from the where you put it, and goes down into the soil. But in a hydroponic system, the water that you pour, that is used, the one that is supplied to the root of the plant, goes down and is recycled again. So you don't get excess water, or no. The water that is there is recycled. Is recycled. So you don't get the water, you don't waste water at all. So you manage your water effectively. It saves your water. Another thing it also does is that it fastens development, like I mentioned before. It fastens development. On a norm, a crop is supposed to have, like if you use our normal soil farming system, we discover that sometimes the sunlight is there supplying photosynthesis. Sometimes there is depletion of nitrogen in the soil. Sometimes there is depletion of ammonia. Sometimes it's depletion of urea, you know, depletion of potassium, depletion of phosphorus in the soil. And because of that, you start noticing some deficiencies in the crop you are producing. But in hydroponic system, there is no depletion of anything, because all the nutrient that the crop need is supplied directly into the water, according to the rate that the plants need, and all of them are diluted in the water, and they keep recycling, supplying this nutrient continuously, day and night, to the crop. So if on a norm, you plant cucumber that's supposed to take 90 days, or the one that's supposed to take 72 days, or the one that's supposed to take 45 days, or the one that will take 32 days. There are some cucumber varieties that I know, natural and very healthy. They produce in 32 days, 32 days, a month and 2 days. 32 days they are ready. So instead of taking that 32 days, you discover that within 20 days, 16 days, your cucumber fruit is ready because all the nutrients it requires to produce effectively is now supplied. The one that's supposed to take 90 days, you discover that in 45 days is ready. The one that's supposed to take 45 days, you discover that maybe in less than 30 days is ready because it's not the root is not going to search for nutrient. All the nutrient is already ready. So it lives in a luxury of nutrients and according to the proper measurement. Okay. And then one other benefit of hydroponic system is that there is reduction in pest, as you call pest infestation. The infestation of pests is reduced because the place is controlled. You know, you eliminate soil-borne diseases completely, weed-borne diseases, and insect-borne, also called insects. Okay, reducing the need of harsh chemical pesticide because there is no weed that some insect will go and hide under, or there is no soil-borne disease like a nematode and all of those things. There is no uh, what's it called? There's no soil-borne disease, no insects around, no pests. Okay, thereby you will not need you will not have need for pesticide, insecticide. No, you will not have need for all of those things because all of those things are cut out completely because of removing all the soil completely and removing weed because if you are producing inside the water, there'll be no weed that will come out from anywhere. So it's a clean system of producing your crop. It's a very clean system of producing your crop. So I want to use this medium to let us know that first, like our first speaker mentioned, one of the main things that we desire for every member of these particular places, own your garden. Okay, own your garden. Some of the things that you are learning here, although you may not understand them all, but it is necessary you ask any question you need to ask so that we can share ideas. And also if you have a challenge that you need to um you need some clarity about, we are always very free to